J2Code is the latest offering from the award-winning Just2Easy. It's designed to help you teach all of the requirements of computing in the new national curriculum. It's based on 3 separate coding engines. First of all, there's JIT for the younger learners. Then we have Visual, which is a block-based programming language, a little bit like Scratch, but with some significant advantages. And finally, there's Logo, which is a text-based traditional programming language. We'll look at each of them in turn, starting with JIT. JIT has a bright, colourful user interface. You can see that this sprite has buttons around it, and when we click on the buttons, the sprite performs an action, and you can see that the commands get built up in the window to the left. Those commands can be moved around and deleted, and then we can play the program again. We'll move on now to Visual. Visual is a block-based programming language. We click and drag a block into the programming area, and we can link blocks together, and then when we press the play button, the program will run. We can make changes to those blocks and run it again, like so. Visual runs on a tablet just as well as a desktop. Schools that have the Just2Easy tools can blog any of the programs they create in an e-safe way. This allows parents and others to comment on the work, and here you can see it under the correct class. There's the program we just created. We have different levels. We're looking at level 1 here, but as we move up to level 2 there are more blocks, and as we go up to level 3 there are all the blocks available. And using level 3 we can create sophisticated programs like this one. Here you can see we've got more than one sprite. We've got the rocket and we've got planets, and they each have their own sets of block code associated with them. And as we start the program, we can see lots of planets falling down and the rocket trying to avoid them. Logo is the final engine we're going to look at. Logo is a more traditional text-based programming language. It starts at level 1, where we can click on the buttons to perform the action. As we move up to level 2, when we click on the buttons, you'll see the Logo language gets placed into this window. And then when we click the play button, the program gets run. At level 3 we have a fully featured Logo programming language, and that allows us to create more sophisticated examples like these. To complete the J2Code offering, we have provided across the year groups 1 through to 6 a detailed set of templates, examples, videos and lesson plans to help guide you through how to use J2Code in your school. If we look at one of these lesson plans, let's take one from year 3-4 here, you can see that there's quite a bit of detail about how you might teach this particular example in your class. We can load the example from the lesson plan, and this is an example from Visual. If we just make that full screen and play the example, you can see the bat moving down and animating and eating the spider. To get started, go to j2codeoverview.com and click on the link to J2Code.